Welcome back, everybody. We're on our third best of 3 of the day. Don't know why I did that way, but either way, we are here in our third best of 3 of the day. On the left-hand side, we have Rip with, oh wait, I'm introducing plays. We have Rip on the left-hand side. Yes! Yes! How dare you interrupt me, but at the same time,
Two windmills are standing in a wind farm. One asks, what's your favorite kind of music? The other says, I'm a big metal fan.
Ninja, thanks. Thanks to the Prime Gaming for 54 months. Alright, so anyways, we are here. Dragonshire, Rip on the left-hand side, Three-Legged Cat on the right-hand side. This is a upper bracket semifinal. Winner of this will be going to our first best of 5 tomorrow morning. Loser goes down to the lower bracket, which will be going into next. There are 2 lower bracket games. No, you're good, Ninja. I immediately had to flame you like, ah, we're in the intro. That's alright, whatever. It is what it is. Dragonshire, we got a Dahaka ban, we got a Maev ban. Third best of 3 of the day. No tournament shenanigans, no baseline bans, no carryover bans or anything like that. You can play Genji all 3 games in a row if he's not banned away or stolen by the enemy team. Map picks and bans is what I was getting into next. We have Cursed Hollow and Sky Temple banned up by Three-Legged Cat. Garden of Terror and Volskaya Foundry banned away by Rip. And what else am I missing? Thanks for hanging out. Tournament day. First Group A, day number 1. Next weekend we got Group B. The following weekend we have Last Chance Qualifier. And then we get into playoffs. We have Heroes of the Storm action every Saturday and Sunday for the month of May. Shout out to Raven Court for organizing. Shout out to Raven Court for putting all this on. And I believe it was Hazuabs who raised the vast majority of the money for this tournament. So shout out to the Hazuabs community as well. Credit where it's due, of course. As we have first pick on the right-hand side, Dahaka, Lucio, Maev, Garrosh banned away. Dragonshire is going to be your start. Are we looking for an early solo lane priority for Three-Legged Cat? No, they're going to go for the classic Chromie. Chromie, really good pickup for them. We saw it earlier today when we were casting Three-Legged Cat. Nano did basically a hyper carry Chromie game on Battlefield, and it was really, really good. Of course, all these videos will go up on YouTube. I'll do some editing. I'll probably start editing literally today just to get them up next week as quickly as possible. I've also got like 40 Heroes Lounge videos just like waiting. They're edited. They have thumbnails. I just need to put them up. But I wanted to prioritize this tournament on YouTube as early as possible, so these games will start rolling out on Monday. But we got a Genji Hogger on the left side, Chromie on the right. They're gonna pick up a Blaze Brightwing. First Brightwing of the tournament I've seen. A lot of priority into Anduin Rhaegar. We did see a white main ban earlier as well, but not a bad start for either side. Decent mobility for Rip. I do like the burst and spell power protection as well for Three-Legged Cat. Ban-wise, maybe a tank ban. Maybe get rid of like a Johanna or something. Possibly a Varian ban, because like Genji wants to go in, they could just taunt the Genji and hold him in place. Really, I was not even expecting that, but I'm sorely disappointed by Rip right now. What do you call it when your phone has a wake-up alarm? Verizon Shine. That was good. That was good. I like Ninjas better, though. I'm sorry. The big metal fan is always... It's a classic, simple one. Anduin to be banned away. No Light Bomb shenanigans. And it makes a lot of sense to ban the Anduin. Genji, Hogger both have opportunities. Swift Strike with Light Bomb. Hortipult with Light Bomb. Even just Hog Wild with Light Bomb is good, too. What do we want to pair into all this? Still need a healer, still need a main tank. Could go like Genji Hanzo. Could go for a Li Ming. So the Malfurion leads me to believe that they're going to go into a mage, because I feel like Innervate would bet. I mean, I guess you could Innervate Murden or Genji, but I'd love to see a Li Ming with this. The double reset composition could be really good. The burst ability is pretty high. Yeah, I think Li Ming could work with this. They could also go into like a different mage. They could go into Kael'thas. They could go into Gul'dan. Jaina works as well. I would like to see a mage with the Malfurion, preferably. Right side, still need that main tank. Ooh, a Nubarak Sylvanas. I really like the draft of three-legged cat. I apologize, I forgot to start a Twitch prediction. There we go. Sorry, forgot to start the Twitch prediction earlier on. You're gonna save that one, which the phone one? It's good, but it's no metal fan. Maybe I'm biased. Alright, so Gamble's going. Get your Twitch predictions in, because we're about to wrap up the draft and get into map number 1. It's going to be a Jimmy right-click. A lot of Jimmy right-click today. A lot of priority into Raynor. I think we've seen him once in every series. Anyways, here we go. So we have not seen Rip yet today. This is the first time we're seeing Rip. We did watch Three-Legged Cat earlier. And as a reminder, the winner of this series moves on to tomorrow morning's upper bracket final, best of 5. Then we'll have a lower bracket final, best of 5, and then a grand final, best of 5 for Group A, day number 2. You can't play a bird in this game, Ace. Come on, man. Left side. Getting into it. We've got Rip. First time we're seeing them today. Krankle, Muradin, Sven on the Hogger. Azzy will be your Raynor. Haigao on Genji. And last but not least, you've got Vasilio, I think is the pronunciation of Malfurion. Apologies if I got that wrong. Right side of the map, we did see him earlier today. We'll see if they can continue being victorious, as we've got Three-Legged Cat with a Nano Chromie, High Wraith Blaze, Captain Rex Brightwing, Drac on the Sylvanas, and twice to play your Anubarak. Moving on into mid lane, we'll have our first skirmish. Let's talk about some quick level 1s. We got Deep Breathing, Chromie, Adrenaline Stimpak, Legion of Beetles, Hyper Shift, and Overwhelming Affliction. Hoggers, on the Prowl, Third Wind. Raynor's going to be going into Veteran Marksman. We've got the Agile Dismount, or the Cyber Agility, right? Or Agile Dismount, I had it right. And Malfurion will be picking up Emerald Dreams. Big surprise on that one. Good jump repulsion from Blaze. Nubarak comes in with a Burrow Charge, and Raynor loses a Gambit stack out the gate. Oh, yikes forever, as Haigao is able to get a Swift Strike away, but Krankle's so very low, will not be taken down. I don't know, I just feel like I'm seeing randomly a bunch of Jimmy. Like he's the new flavor apparently for the month of April, May. Some damage onto the wave. We've got Hogger Blaze in the top.
Worthy to wield the Dragon Knight's power? Prove it. Take control of the shrines.
For those that don't know, Veteran Marksman gain 6% bonus, give him pepper damage. Every death reduces this bonus by 15%, so he's at 45. Chromie with the Adhoral Anomaly, level 4. Just skimming through other talents and stuff right now, not seeing anything of major note.
Capture the shrines, inherit the Dragon Knight's power, and lay waste to this forsaken kingdom.
Well, we're waiting on 3s, or level 4. Sylvanas going to push things up in top. Black Arrow activated. Genji immediately comes in with some shurikens. Jet Propulsion from Blaze says hello to the face of a few enemies. Swift Strike from Genji. Nubarak looking to join in, but he's not going to burn Burrow Charge or Impale just yet, unless it's needed. Genji jumps in, trying to get some damage onto Captain Rex, but the Nubarak big body will dissuade the Cyber Ninja from trying more. Raynor in bottom lane continue to push up. Siege Giant with like 1 HP, 4. 3 more than I anticipated. Oh wait, Time Trap finds the Raynor in bottom lane. He's gonna double back the face shift for Brightwing, no! But here comes a Nubarak. Oh my god, can a Nubarak get this? He can't! As he lives! Oh, I thought they were gonna get the kill onto Raynor and he's gonna lose another Veteran Marksman. Great penetrating round at the end to take down Chromie. Meanwhile, on top, I think Brightwing is isolated from the allies. She has a phase shift attempt, and she'll get it, but a root, the Soothing Mist. My gosh. 71 over a kill onto that Genji, by the way, in bottom lane. Stormbolt into the Jet Propulsion, Polymorph as well. Krankle trying to back away and should be able to do so. The Malfurion was able to get that root down in time and creates a little bit of space. Nano with the channel, trying to zone back Raynor with some Sand Blast. Also getting her Echo on the point. Genji, Swift Strike in. Or, excuse me, Swift Strike out. Cyber Agility in. How are we doing on the gamble? 4,500 to 8,900. Nice. Still got another like 4 minutes on it. I started a little bit late, so... Well, we do 10 minutes for live games just because usually we start in the draft as the Faunus goes in with the Haunting Wave. The Stormbolt from Muradin's not enough to stop the kill from happening, and a second kill over to the side of Three-Legged Cat. As the Black Arrows from Sylvanas will be activated once again, and she will be working on this fort front gate. We do have a Nubrak anchoring in the bush. He misses the Impale on to Genji, who does get some harassment into the Sylvanas, but her Haunting Wave allows her to back off. Behemoth armor for Raynor at level 4. Muradin Skullcracker 7. We've got the Nanomachine coating for Blaze. Critical Mist with Magic Spit 4 and 7. Unstable Poison when the Festering Wounds for Sylvanas. Nothing really crazy. I mean, Hogger's going into trait on the Prowl. Hoggers, Joggers, and Seeing Red? Seeing Red. That was seething for a second. Temporal Loop was the level 10 pickup for Chromie. Of course, she's getting her talents early, as you can see right there. Temporal Loop sets up the kill into Genji, and a third kill to the right-hand side team. And we'll have a objective channel. Hogger's in top lane. Sven is a little low here, but Hogger's sustainability is pretty decent. And Nubrak is going to be in mid, but I don't think he's going to be able to get Dragonite channel. Hogger's on point. Muradin delaying out mid. Meanwhile, in bottom, though, Sylvanas Black Arrows may have been used. I think it was just used. Just checking really quickly. 23 seconds now. It's a little bit too long of a cooldown for that. Phase shift from Brightwing, probably into the top lane. Polymorph onto the Hogger. Does he have a way to get out of this? I don't think so. Has a staggering blow. No control activated. Bounces through Captain Rex and gets the kill. Hello? I am actually surprised by that. Nice staggering blow into root from Malfurion. Nubrak doesn't ever have a good way to get out of that, but he's fine. He had lost 50% of his HP. Neither team has gotten a Dragonite. We got our 10 talent tiers coming up soon at the top of the screen. Chromie, of course, already with her heroic from her trait. But we're going to cycle through those other numbers, as you always know on this channel, so you can see the damage healing experience for the mid game if you are curious what the stats look like. Raynor only dying once, so he's still at 45% on that Gambit. We'll check on his stackage as well. Ooh, Chromie with some pressure onto the man with gun. Time Trap. Sylvanas Mind Control! Ouch! Ouch! Really good Mind Control timing there. That was beautiful. Extract from Genji to try and get the self-cleanse. No! It didn't work out! I think he was too early, and Anub'arak had the... He was going to head him off at the pass either way. Wow, beautiful Time Trap, Mind Control, kill. And Raynor does lose another Veteran Marksman stack. He's down to 30%. As Krankle here in bottom is getting chunked a bit. Needs to be a bit careful. Black Arrow from Sylvanas. A lot of beetles from Anub'arak being summoned. Muradin activates the Avatar trying to come in. Raynor with some auto attacks peppering in as well. Cocoon onto Malfurion. Burrow charge to the side. Looking for the CC onto Krankle, who is getting chunked. Polymorph. Impale Cleanse. Muradin does go down, and the Dragonite does get picked up by Three-Legged Cat. 12 stacks on Veteran Marksman, make it 13, 9 on Behemoth Armor, 37 Shurikens for Genji, 19 Deep Breathing stacks for the Chromie. She's almost done with that one. One more to go. And this bottom lane fort will be taken down. Dragonite working on mid. Blaze is trying to dissuade the Hogger on top, and map-wise, things are looking good for a Three-Legged Cat. Thank you, Empress, for getting my joke. Stormbolt goes out, but no connection. I did make a... There's a Blazing Saddles bit alert at 1,010 bits for dimes. 13 talent here on the right side. Timeout from Chromie. We've got your Jet Propulsion upgrade for Blaze. Big surprise on that one. Who doesn't love more damage? All right, Chromie Deep Breathing is done. A Nubrak reading talents for level 13. I'm assuming he's going to go the Mad Lads. I'm assuming he'll pick up the Burning Legion. He already took Beetles at 1 and 7, so Burning Beetles are the Mad Lads. Definitely common synergy, but 13s on both sides are going to be here. Genji about to get a Shin Gun. He's almost done with Shuriken Mastery as well. 2 more stacks on that. Camps around the map being grabbed. Twice on this Nubrak is going to burrow charge to safety. Just anchoring and getting vision for the allies around in that sort of mid to low area. Hogger cancels the bounce off the sidewall. Sven just getting to a safer positioning as the Blaze with Sylvanas rotates to the top. Shadow Dagger goes out. As I mentioned, that unstable poison. Minions that die under the effect of Shadow Dagger or Sylvanas straight explode, dealing damage around them to mercenaries, minions, mercenaries, and summons. So a little extra wave clear on that level 4 for her. Stormbolt from Murden lands on the Blaze. Couple auto attacks from Draken. Blaze is forced to use Bunker. The Shockwave does connect onto Sylvanas. The phase shift from Brightwing. Mind Control finds Crankle. Is there a Jet Propulsion from Blaze? Cocoon into Malfurion. Nubrak to see if a Burrow. He has the Impale. Avatar from Murden was activated as well. Burrow charge in, no CC found. Genji jumps in, Soothing Mist from Brightwing activated, jumps to the side with a Blink Heal. The Stormbolt from Murder, the Switch Strike from Genji, and Brightwing can't get away from the damage. She'll be taken down. Big Jet Propulsion finds the counter kill into Genji as Nubrak fishes for a Burrow charge CC stun, but doesn't find it. Sven and friends back away, but Muradin left to die on the north side of the map, and maybe, just maybe, are Sylvanas' Black Arrows up? Indeed they are. She'll go ahead and lock down the tower and top, and I think this will be fort taken down. Mid fort's around, I would say, about 2k HP. 1,789. That was pretty close for once.
But will it be you?
Third Dragonite of the game is up and available, and half a level to go for Three-Legged Cat, who have a 4-kill advantage, and I would say close to 3/4 of a level advantage. Gotta get a cup of tea after this game, gosh dang. Great action we've had so far today. Thanks for hanging out and being here. If you're not following somehow, some way, be sure to hit the follow button on the channel. If you'd like to be awesome and support the stream with a sub, gifted sub, or bits, all of that is appreciated. But either way, let's get into another fight here as we have Muradin landing a Stormbolt into Blaze, who's forced to use the Bunker and the Pyromania. The Root from Malfurion does expire. Avatar from Muradin is met by a Mind Control. Sylvanas Crankle almost taken down. Meanwhile, in the backline, Captain Rex has to use Soothing. Misses the Genji, tries to take her down. Temporal Loop from Chromie into Genji forces him to use some mobility to back away, but he won't be picked off, and a lot of traded blows. 16 talents here on the right side as well. Will the Forsaken, you've got the Critterize, you've got the Epic Enter, as well as Juggernaut plating on Blaze and Quantum Overdrive for your Chromie. No Dragonite channel available. Moonshrine held by the side of Three-Legged Cat. Sunshrine on the top held by Rip, as Muradin's able to get a Dwarf toss away. Blaze wants to take down mid. Sylvanas gets a couple autos in just to guarantee it. All forts have been taken down. Sylvanas moves to the left, throws the Haunting Wave to the right for the Will of the Forsaken. She throws down a Mind Control, finds the Genji. Blaze will be taken down. Can they at least trade? Chromie on the low side of this engagement tries to get some artillery from that Siege Giant pit area and is unable to do anything with that. But with the kill, the 16 talents here, Rip is going to move in to steal the Siege Giant camp, and I absolutely love this call. Genji on point. Nice Swift Strike. I thought he was going to be dead there. Muradin Dwarf tosses over the wall, fishing for a low health full target. Gets hit with a Cocoon. That's broken almost immediately. Temporal Loop onto Malfurion. He has a Root to go down on the ground. Holy heck, Malfurion picked off by a Nubarak auto attack. X-Strike from Genji looking for the counter kill to Captain Rex, but the Blink Heal from Brightwing onto the Minion Wave allows her to get to a safer position. Crankle tanking a Tower Shot or two, but that's going to be it. And Dragonite is available to Rip. Genji gets on point, goes into the bush to break the targeting from the minion. There's nothing they can do about this on the side of Three-Legged Cat. They will have to defend against this Dragonite. No way, Blaze? No way, dude. I thought I must have been a minion or something that delayed out Genji once or something. I thought Genji had that by the time. Huh. Weirds. Okay. So just double checking the stream preview. Everything looks clean and clear, yeah. Dwarf toss in. Chromie's the target. She acts. Oh, the Quantum Overdrive is there. X strike from Genji goes in. Muradin inside the cocoon as well. Captain Rex a little low on the right side. Nubrak burrowing to the right as well. Jet Propulsor from Blaze finds a little AoE stun. Impale from a Nubrak. Couple tower shots on the Sven, but the healing from Malfurion is good. Got the Dwarf launch level 16, by the way, for your Muradin. Monty away from Sylvanas. She has the Black Arrow active, I think, so able to get that little quick clear onto the wave. Impale finds a Hogger, but that's really about it. Though to point out importantly, it's 6 to 9 in kills. Genji going for the channel on the objective. Blaze has the top in time though. Gets it to 50%, starts to back away. Couple autos onto the Muradin here, but here's the thing, the enemy team's coming in, and High Rate does have the fort to back off to. No gate, but still. Rainer's in position for mid. He has the channel in time. He started it before Nubrak got on the point. So he'll easily be able to grab that. Dragonite goes into mid lane, and maybe, just maybe, Rip can equalize on the map here. Bunker in top lane, Temporal Loop onto the Hogger. He throws down a shock wave. Malfurion with the Tranquility as well. Stuck in a loop onto Hogger with that level 20 upgrade for Chromie. Confirms the kill. Hygo getting low. The Shadow Dagger will go out, but Malfurion has a heal. There was a deflect. Mid fort is picked off, but you got the kill onto the Hogger, so getting closer to 20 talents here. It is a 6 to 10 kill game, so 4 kill difference, and Dragonite wants to confirm fort and bottom. Will be able to do so. Blaze in top lane trying to defend. Brightwing phase shifts up here as well. And a kick onto Sylvanas pushed her over to the side, but yeah, I think this is Dragonite's going to expire here in 30 seconds. They might actually be canceled early. Like, Raynor might just go over to his fort or a safe position and then just get out of the Dragonite. Could also use this to clear out the wave a little quickly. Yeah, there you go. But at this point, I think, yeah, you just regroup as a team. Oh, you got to dance as the Dragonite! Let's go! Let's go! Nice dance there, Raynor. I forget who the Raynor player is, but thank you. Thank you, Raynor player. Another one? Aw, Azzy. Azzy with the dance. I don't think I've ever seen someone use the Dragonite dance in a competitive game like this. The only thing we ever got was the Volskaya Triglav Protector dancing at the core as the game ended in CCL. I think that was Funz who did that. I'm pretty sure it was Funz who did that. Three-legged cat starts working on the bottom lane heat front gate. Siege Giants with the camp that was just grabbed for bottom. Black Arrow does connect. We have a handful of damage into this keep right now. Is Three-Legged Cat looking to just push to win? They do have Call of the Dark Lady, Invisible Friends, Rewind, Fortified Bunker, and of course the Stuck in a Loop. But with the 20 talent tier advantage for the small window, they're just going to go ahead and get a keep. Hogger will get the consolation prize, maybe, of the fort. Damage is decent from the minion wave, and there's an oncoming one, but it's going to be close. Nubrak should actually deny it. It's gotta be like, I'm gonna venture a guess that it's like 169. It's 220. It's right there. I was right there, everybody. One day I'll get it spot on. One day.
My beloved is gone.
Our next Dragonite phase is up. I believe this is the fourth one of the game. Yes, because we've had yeah, 2 over to the side of Three-Legged Cat and 1 on the side of Ash. Or Rip, sorry. Speaking of Rip, Muradin goes down in bottom. Not sure why he was so split from his team as the main tank, as they were grabbing a camp over here. But with the kill onto Muradin, Three-Legged Cat, they're going for core. They're calling for it. They're like, we're kind of waffling here and there. The late game is kind of getting better and better for Rip. Let's just go for GG's. Decent damage onto Raynor right now. Mind control into him as well with that Call of the Dark Lady. It's a very low Nubrak taken down. Temporal Loop onto Genji. The Tranquility from Malfurion saves. And the core attempt is flubbed. Flubbed, floundered, and flabbergasted. All right. Our cup of tea is done. Sven in bottom lane discovered here. The mind control doesn't connect in time. He's dead, right? No way, Sven. Sven got the protractor out, was like, all right, I got the measurements on this. If I just bounce here, I'll perfectly live. My God, it was like, what, 89 HP or something? Well, we're just kind of waiting around right now, waiting to see what our upcoming engagement's going to be. So I just got to fix the DPI. My mouse was a little low there. That's that on-the-fly DPI change you can do with Corsair! Corsair chat! Shockwave from the Hogger coming through. We have a staggering blow into the loot horde that was placed on the ground. Hog Wild from him. He's got the no control level 20. He has full rage as well, but not going to be going in with that. Rewind for the Muradin. We do have the Sergeant Pipper for the Raynor, which is good synergy with the level 1 and 4 on those stacking talents. Raynor's only died twice, if memory serves right. Yes. Living Weapon for the Genji, and Serenity on Malfurious. Genji gets deleted. Genji gets absolutely deleted right there. Krankle trying to back away. Azzy, twice trying to back away. Krankle and Azzy putting the pressure onto this Anub'arak, but it's going to be Hogger going down to the Chromie above, and Anub'arak is just currently chasing around Krankle while the rest of the teams are going to be fighting. I gotta take a look, though, and see how quick was that burst. That was 1,569 damage in 0.4 seconds. Nicely done. Nice, nice, nice. Temporal Loop on a Raynor here. Is there mind control from Sylvanas available? It is, but she's out of range. She Haunting Waves in to close the distance, but Murden flanks into the enemy team. Raynor does go down in the end. The rewind from Murden, the Soothing Mist from Captain Rex. And I believe if Murden does go down here, we're going to see our third one of the tournament. Yes, indeed. Is picked up by Three-Legged Cat, and this is going to be core falling. Three-Legged Cat. What a fantastic back and forth in this map number 1 in our third best 3 of the day. I gotta say, I think this series can go the distance, and I really hope it does. These teams really putting some great games out for us. I wonder if there's a hot button I can do for this. Like, if I could program my Stream Deck to cycle through these, that'd be really cool. I don't think there's a hot button for it, though. I'll have to look into the key listing, but that'd actually be really convenient for post-game stats, just to let it auto-roll through certain things. Anyways, we're going to run ads. You know the deal. We're going to run ads. Subscribe to the stream. We're 20 subs away from our goal. If you like to support the stream, help us out, continue bringing you great Here's the Stormcasting and commentary, all that good stuff, be sure to subscribe, support the stream, at least hit the follow button if you're not, and let's go ahead and get ready for a map number 2. Hopefully the series goes the distance. I'm hoping for it. Welcome back, everybody. We're in map number 2 in our third best of 3 of the day. On the left-hand side, we got the team members of RIP down in this best of 3 series, trying to take us to a map number 3 through Tomb. The members of RIP did lose map number 1, so they opted in for first pick priority, and we'll be having not Storm League enjoyers. We're going to be having Three-Legged Cat choosing to take us to Tomb of the Spider Queen. Don't ever apologize for taking your time to get tea. Oh, it's just, thank you, buds. Thanks, buds. I got myself a third cup of tea today. Luckily, the stomach bug allows me to drink some, like, tea and stuff, because I tried to eat food this morning and that did not happen. So I'm kind of just running on the low amount of caffeine I get from tea, but I think my stomach is settling. I don't know. There's a weird stomach bug. My mom said that flu B is going around right now, and flu B symptoms are a lot of stomach issues. So I'm not surprised. But either way, my tummy aside, let's talk about Tomb of the Spider Queen. If you're new to the stream, or like if you haven't been watching the tournament today, this is day number 1 of our multiple week tournament. Every single Saturday and Sunday for the month of May, we'll have games for said tournament. This is Group A. Next weekend is Group B. Following weekend is Last Chance Qualifier, and then after that we have playoffs. Today is all best of 3s. Tomorrow is 3 best of 5s. So today is 4 best of 3s. A lot of great games, a lot of great content. Thanks for hanging out. No tournament shenanigans. Heroes are repeatable. Ban phase, just, bans for the pertaining to the map. No carryover bans. No meta madness. Just straight up Heroes of Storm. Good action to celebrate 10 years of the best MOBA on the planet. Chromie, Mephisto, Garrosh, and Maiev are all banned away. Chromie and Mephisto from the side of Rip, as Nano is going to get target banned, I believe, on both of those. Lucio first pick for the side of Rip, as we get a Blaze Johanna on the side of Three-Legged Cats. Okay. We did get a Cho'Gall ban in the first map of the series from the side of Rip, so in theory they deserve to lose. Let's not say it that way. That sounds very rude. Lucio, oh my God, they're gonna Cho'Gall it. They're gonna Cho'Gall it right here, right here. This is a Cho'Gall composition. Don't you see it? Don't you see it, everybody? Twitch Gamble's going as well. I forgot to start that out. But either way, we're gonna get into this ban phase. What are we considering for bans here? Diablo's up and available. Stitches is as well. I don't really feel like a Stitches composition is going to be happening on the left side. Savannah's ban is not bad at all. Good mobility, good damage, good siege. Lockdown into structures is really strong as well. Maybe a healer ban? Maybe an Anduin? Anduin ban wouldn't be too bad. Malfurion could be a target. They could just look at a range assassin. They could look at another mage, honestly. I feel like it's going to be in the healer department, though. No, they're going to get rid of Hanzo. Wow. Wow. Okay. 3 range assassins banned away, and I think those are all targets onto Nano. I want to make an NGS team with the name of Cho'Gall. Okay. That's good. That's good. There's the Malfurion, and Gul'dan picked up with it. Okay, all right. I love the Gul'dan on this map. Tomb of Spider Queen is like such a good map for him. This and Infernal Shrines, like the double soak, the wave clear, the objective clear. Braxis Holdouts, another great. Like Gul'dan, I think is probably like one of the top 5 for sure mages in the game. He doesn't have any baseline CC like Kael'thas has got the gravity lapse and Janus got her slow, but Gul'dan damage output is just massive and wave clear is huge. Last 2 picks though, it's going to be the Genji and the Muradin. Okay. No Cho'Gall shenanigans on the left-hand side. They're going to just go with a quote-unquote tried and true 3/5 Overwatch composition. Right side of the map, we are got a Blaze, Johanna, Malfurion, Gul'dan, Tracer. I was gonna say the Tracer pairs really well with the Malfurion being able to throw the healing on her, and then she goes and does whatever she does as a busy bee, and you currently have Malfurion just moonfiring everything in between and innervating the Gul'dan. So gonna be a really interesting one. Twitch Gamble is going. You can see the draft here. Let's load on into what is hopefully, well, as I said, I'm not rooting against Three-Legged Cat. I'm just rooting for more games. We'll see if Rip can take it. I'm still patiently waiting the return of the Randy Newmans. I talked about it on Thursday, and I'll talk about it again. I just want the Randy Newmans back. One of my favorite silly teams. Three-Legged Cat on the right-hand side, looking to make a 2-0 happen here and move into the upper bracket final for tomorrow morning, which will be a best of 5. We've got twice on the Johanna, Nano Gul'dan, High Wraith, Blaze, Captain Rex, Malfurion, and Drac to play your Tracer. Nice spray right there. Left side of the map, looking to take us to a map number 3 through Tomb of the Spider Queen with their first pick priority draft. We've got a Sven for the members of RIP on Leoric, Vac on your Lucio, Hygal on the Genji, on the Genji again. Azzy's going to be your Junkrat, and Crankle back on the Muradin, Land and Storm. Oh, Pursuit of Flame level 1 for Gul'dan. You love to see it. Rampant Hellfire 16 is absolutely massive. I was going to say masterful. Tracer rounds level 1, Rampant Hellfire, the Pursuit of Flame level 1 for the Gul'dan. Emerald Dreams, you've got your Adrenaline Stimpack and Zealous Glare for Johanna. On the opposing side, Fealty into Death. You've got your Cyber Agility upgrade from Genji, as well as the Celerando Lucio, Extra Run Timers Junkrat, and Third Wind Muradin. Agile Dismount, sorry. Agile Dismount for the Genji. Sven Wraith walking out of bottom lane, takes a handful of damage. Lucio amping things up. Crankle, rooted, and booted. First blood goes over the side of Three-Legged Cats. 2,100 to 1,800 as Malfurion is traded. It's a 1-for-1 early on Tomb, but a couple gems were not collected there, so little gem economy difference on this. Johanna making sure she's not missing out on anything here. Nice steel trap from Junkrat, finds the Tracer in the rotation. Deflect from Genji as well in bottom lane. Just taking a peek around the map and see what we got going on. Both Bruiser camps being grabbed here. I'm just taking a look at Crankle as well, anchoring in the rotation. Blaze in bottom lane, continuing to just push up onto the Genji. Genji, wave clear, not the strongest. Not the strongest. Looks like Leoric will finally be making his way in after grabbing that camp on the left side. Oh, they're actually going to go in with the Swift Strike, Shuriken, Stormbolt. The Pyromania is active, as well as the Adrenaline Stimpack. Malfurion has a route to zone. High Wraith is... Oh my god, I thought High Wraith was going to live right there. 20 overkill from Lucio. I thought Captain Rex had got the heal, the root, and everything. Lucio, the true range assassin of the team. Stormbolt into Gul'dan, just returning some Fell Flames onto Muradin. 12 stacks already on that level 1. Subdue was picked up. We got Paralyzing Rage for Leoric. No Neil Peasants, which benefits to wave clear up against mercenaries and monsters, and Web Weavers are considered monsters. A lot of Leoric players prioritizing the Paralyzing Rage. I understand. I mean, it's 20% increased slow, so you go from a 40 to a 60% on that skeletal swing, and oh, that's it. That's it. There's no other like values to it other than the 20%. Gul'dan steps up into this Junkrat. There's a root down on the ground where Muradin pops over the wall. Good condemn from Johanna. Genji jumps in. Nano's gonna try and trade at the end, but he's dead. Gul'dan's dead, and both teams are nearing a turn-in potential. Got 24 from Junkrat being delayed out, I think, from Johanna Shield Glare. Captain Rex will get punished for that one. 4-1 in kills, and it's looking better and better for Rip in this map number 2 on Tomb of the Spider Queen. But it's anyone's game. I mean, Gilly Shark and Bingo Night, they're notorious for having like a lead, and then they have a 20-minute game, and it's or 25-minute game or something. So some memes from the NGS side of things, as we do have a turn-in from Sven, delayed by the Twin Flames of High Wraith. Pulse Bomb onto Genji, the Jet Propulsion, and now Tracer. Sven was like, I'm just going to watch my friend die while I turn in really quickly. Though granted, Sven does get revenge. It's actually Lucio, once again, the real range assassin. There's that slow. Malfurion self-cleanses. And as our Twitch gamble gets close to wrapping up, 2,900 to 1,800. 3-kill advantage over to the side of Rip, who should be able to get the turn in. It's literally Lucio with 1, and he gets it right there. No interrupt from Johanna. Apologies. Leoric does go down on the low side of the lane. Muradin's able to pick up the dropped gems. And Blaze activated his Adrenaline Stimpack towards the end of that for some wave clear. Genji comes down to manage bottom lane. Blaze just throws down the oil slick. Twin Flames into the bush. So, blue Web Weavers, left side of the map. They have descended. Couple autos onto the Johanna. She'll wiggle around right here. Dan Pursuit of Flame level 1 is done. It's got the extra 10% range. Radius, actually. Top lane cleared away. Mid lane pushing up. Blaze doing his best to manage bottom. I did see a Jet Propulsion connecting into Sven right there. Crush Mine pushes back the Gul'dan. Muradin Dwarf tossing in. Pulse Bomb onto him from Drak. The Tracer backs away to safety. Alright, Webweaver phase has ended. Not a crazy amount of value, but it did push things up. Opened up the gates a little bit. Jet Propulsion misses onto Sven, anticipating him moving a little bit further up. Tracer gets a nice handful of damage. Blinks in to try and put more pressures. Thunderclap from Muradin. Lands the Stormbolt afterwards. Krankle with one more auto attack, and that's that. But 10 talents here on the left side. X-Strike, Entomb, High Five Lucio, Riptire, and Avatar. Invade onto the camp would be a little too late. Krankle goes in with a, oh my god, that Entomb catches his own teammate, but it also catches the Gul'dan. Lucio takes down Tracer. Genji gets Gul'dan. A lot of gems dropped right there, I do believe. And this is Malfurion trying to step up and maybe look for a route. They break through the sidewall. The invade on the camp won't steal the Bruiser camp away, but it will get the double kill, which is absolutely phenomenal. And here's the big thing, chat. Rip has another turn-in. I believe they need everyone to turn in here, but still, they have another turn in, and they could get these Webweavers pushing up lanes again. Five gems needed. It's on the Lucio. He's going to play towards the lower turn-in, so Krankle can zone. Yeah, no interrupt onto them. Pulse Bomb is going to be your sticky bomb. You've got the Horrified Gul'dan, Bunker, Tranquility, and Blessed Shield. But another Webweaver phase will be coming through. Mid lane Bruiser camp from earlier was already cleared away. Genji working on Siege Giants in bottom. I don't think he's going to be interrupted or invaded by Blaze, who's just going to play it safe. Looks for some Twin Flames onto Sven. Jet Propulsion misses. Blaze in an awkward spot. He's got Bunker. He does summon it. Tracer blinks in. Pulse Bomb, Sticky Bomb onto Krankle. A lot of flamethrower value into Muradin, but he won't be picked off. His trait will kick in. And keep in mind, he did go into third win level 1, so he's got the extra healing threshold and rate. Riptire from Junkrat. Lucio goes in for the high five, I think, or it might have been a push-off right into the sleep. Now Malfurion goes down to the Riptire Junkrat. A lot of gems dropped right there, and those will go away. Oh, wait, hold on, sorry. Lucio amps things up. Trying to take down the Tracer. The Stormbolt misses. The recall comes out from her as well. Lucio with the push off the Pulse Bomb onto a couple, but it's going to be Tracer taken down by Genji. Blaze picked off by your Leoric. Meanwhile, Gul'dan does get a Junkrat kill over at mid lane. As I keep saying, Rampant Hellfire all the way at level 16 could be huge. Horrify utilized right there as well, or at least recently. 20 seconds on that cooldown already. But yeah, Rampant Hellfire, like, if they can get to level 16, in my opinion, that might be the turning moment for Three-Legged Cat. We're gonna have to see here, though. It is a 6-kill advantage on the left side. 6,900 channel points for Rip to take us to a map number 3. You like to see it. Nice. Nice. Whoever did that, nice. Good job. Red Webweavers will be summoned by Three-Legged Cat. They've got all their allies in lane. They're about to hit level 13. It's about a level difference, 14 to 13, as they both roll through into the next tier. Gonna go into Fell Armor level 13 for the extra spell armor right there, 50. Right, max at 50, yeah. And a Riptire from Junkrat, Malfurion Tranquility, Extract from the Genji. Some Lucio Hi-Fi is probably coming out as well and all of that. Concussion Mine from Junkrat blasting people around. Red Webweaver in mid lane still pushing up a bit here. Do have Tracer taking a handful of damage. Lands the auto attack. Or the punch, excuse me, as well as the Pulse Bomb onto Muradin, just forces him away. It was an accidental 69, the best kind of 69. Stormbolt from Muradin finds 2. Genji Shuriken Mastery has been finished out. Krankle Dwarf tossing to safety here on the left side. The Webweaver in mid will confirm the fort. Leoric manages bottom. Top lane already cleared away. What's the gem count looking like right now? 30, 40, like 41 to 51? Yeah. The big thing to mention, though, is still that experience advantage. Nice Iron Skin right there from Johanna. The big thing to talk about is still this experience disparity. I mean, it's a level and a half between the two, and 16's about to roll through on the side of Rip. I was about to say, the members of Three-Legged Cat need to find some kills here, and they managed to get Muradin and Lucio. I did not anticipate that. That's a lot of gems dropped. I mentioned that they had 51. They're down to 34. 52 on the right-hand side, 55 actually, so they could boss plus Webweaver. This could be a huge shift in this map, number 3, or 2. I got map 3 on the brain because that's what I want. So, still waiting for that 16 talent here on the right side, but they do get the boss. They're not going to go for Webweaver. They're actually going to come over here for the camp and get this taken away from the enemy. I can't believe that right there. Tracer in the bush. Steel Trap finds the Johanna. Pulse Bomb onto Leoric as he Wraith walks away. Did go into Crushing Despair and Crushing Hope. Unyielding Despair and Crushing Hope, sorry. I thought the Leoric was about to die right there, but he's able to get some healing from Lucio. Top lane boss does find the fort. Gul'dan turning in a few. Who's got the last turn in? It's going to be Blaze. So here comes the Webweaver phase as well for the side of Three-Legged Cat. And 16 is here. Rampant Hellfire. I keep talking about Fell Flame damage increased by 12% for 5 seconds when hitting an enemy hero. This can stack up to 5 times. That's like 60% or something. Don't question the math. Tomb finds Nano. The Horrify is going to push Junkrat away. We currently have a bunker allowing Gul'dan to get to safety for a moment. But what can he do here? Throwing more Fell Flames out, looking for the drain health. Junkrat and Gul'dan will be traded. Haigao so very low on this Genji. Looking to back away. Muradin Dwarf Toss is down to the right to try and create some space for the allies. But the Shield Glare is going to assist in Tracer getting the kill here. Crankle all the way over here on the right side. But this Webweaver phase coming through. I mean, it's a 2-for-1 in the engagement, and it's benefiting Three-Legged Cat, who continue to just push through mid lane. A Jet Propulse from Blaze, I think, was looking to hug the edge and maybe find Lucio. Bless Shield from the Johanna into the Condemn. Root from Malfurion doesn't find anything. Stormbolt from Merge and create a little bit of space. As Tracer puts the pressure onto Lucio, she blinks in and gets the kill. Have Three-Legged Cat just flipped this game on its head. Mid keep will go down. Junkrat up in 1 second. Lucio in 35. If they take down Muradin here, there might be an opportunity to end the map through mid, but I don't know about this. I think they just back away and play a little bit more macro here, and that's exactly going to be the case. Of 2-kill difference favoring the side of Rip still. Ooh, they're going to rotate into bottom, get some more siege here. I mean, the minion wave plus the summonables is pretty thick. Webweaver does expire. And just like that, remember when there was like a level and a half difference? It's currently maybe it's actually a small experience advantage over the Three-Legged Cat this time. A very small experience advantage, I believe. Boss up in 2 minutes. Looking at like 16 minutes in-game time, roughly. Nice oil slick down to the ground. Gets ignited. Still, the Genji gets the turn in. Need another 31 of the 33 gems held turned in for this Webweaver summoning. 19 on both sides. Tracer pushes up bottom lane a little bit to pick up that soak as well. Pulse Bomb fully charged. Actually, all heroics available and ready to go. He's just checking above in case anyone's hiding near the boss pit. Lucio's actually going to be going into up to 11. Very good reference right there. Hitting an enemy hero with the Sound Wave or Push Off increases the duration of Amp It Up. Sound Wave grants 0.25 seconds and Push Off grants 0.5 seconds. If Amp It Up is not active, these bonuses are granted to its next activation up to 1.5 seconds. Passively increase the duration of Amp It Up by 1 second. We don't see this at level 16 like ever. It's a Spinal Tap reference for anyone that doesn't know. And if you've never seen Spinal Tap, go educate yourself. It's so good. 20 on the left side. Cannonballs Junkrat, Buried Alive Leoric, Rewind Muradin, Living Weapon Genji, Lucio Mixing Fire, I assume. But we have the get stuff for Tracer, Horrify from Gul'dan, Bunker fortified by Blaze. We have the Moonfire upgrade with the Lunar Shower and Radiating Fates Johanna. By the way, Lucio is going to go into House Party. For each ally affected by Crossfade, Lucio gains 8% healing. Blue Webweavers will be summoned, though. Moving into lanes. Let's see what happens here.
Run, red team.
All right. Twin Flames go fishing for some vision. Top lane wave seems to be the priority. They want to save their fort, so they have the periodic catapult pressure. Meanwhile, Junkrat and friends are going to move over into bottom lane. They're going to get the rewind, and Tracer does go down. Webweaver in top cleared away. Johanna Malfurion set up in the mid. Have Rip. Start of the cascade that could lead us into a map 3. Johanna looks to step up. Muradin dwarf tossing in. Chattering Teeth find the Johanna. The Concussion Mine right behind her as well. Malfurion activates the Tranquility as as Blaze is caught inside the Buried Alive bunker. Then lands the Jump Propulsion into Leoric. He already had the Wraithwalk going. Gul'dan drops a handful of damage into him. And the blue Webweaver mid lane cleared away, but bottom lane still needs to be managed. Twice on the Johanna trying to do that. And meanwhile, the enemy team says, maybe we can do something in top, but Sven is the only one that rotated up there. The rest of the team is actually focusing on the mid. They're trying to take down Blaze, but he has Pyromania active. It's the Jet Propulsion, the Horrify with the Haunt as well. Lucio high fives mitigate that. I do believe there's going to be a Blessed Shield from Johanna as well. The Radiating Faith value coming through. Iron Skin eats the Concussion Mine. And the keeps and the fort are saved. What's up, Greek? Crimson? How you doing, bud? Tomb finds the Johanna. Drain applied to her as well, but she's able to jump inside the fortified bunker. Jet Propulsion finds Crankle, the Muradin, able to dwarf launch away with his level 16. Boss is up, as I mentioned before. The Sand Golem is here. Currently have Knights on the left available. Knights on the right is a minute 30, and Siege Giants in the bottom lane are available as well. Wraith getting a handful of gems turned in. Johanna eats a small Chattering Teeth. They're going to be close to a turn-in here, but they're what? Yeah, 9 away from turn-in, 3 currently held, so just 2 minion waves need to be cleared away. Leoric is going to go ahead and check boss really fast, make sure no one's up over there. Nice to have you cast in the game. Oh, thank you so much, Crimson. Always happy to bring you all content and commentary and our favorite MOBA out there. Lost started by Crankle. Do we have vision? There we go. Oh, Fell Flame to Scout. They have to be careful because Gul'dan does have that Horrify, which is a good boss stealer. Boss around 30%. We have an Entomb from Leoric. The boss is going to leash Extract from the Genji. The Horrify from Gul'dan as Leoric is pushed to the side. Malfurion goes down first. Meanwhile, Tracer on the left side trying to get some sort of counter kill. She's going to recall.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part too.
Timing is
Thanks
just
for casting Baha.
Just
Much
almost
love
there.
To you and Bandit.
Nicely done. Avi-san, thank you so much for the Tier 1 resubscription for 18 months. Thank you for doing your part. Welcome back. So much love, so much love and support to the channel today. So thank you all so very much. I appreciate it greatly. Glad to be able to bring you all Heroes content. And as I said, in the future, I'm going to be working towards getting some Marvel Rival Casta going on. I love Heroes of Storm, but I also, you know, I gotta do other games, man. He's trying to get out of top lane to safety. Boss in top lane will confirm the fort here for Rip. Gul'dan gets the turn in though. They won't be able to rotate onto him in time. So he hearts out. I feel like the red Webweavers aren't going to do too much here though. The waves, I guess mid is pushed up quite a bit, but I don't think it's going to end. Bottom is like 50%. Top is going to be like at the boss. I don't know. I think this realistically just buys time on the map for a three-legged cat. 4-kill difference, favoring Rip. Johanna stepping up, shield glare into the bush just to check. Doesn't want to face check there. Top lane Webweaver, though, still very healthy. It does naturally lose health over time, versus Garden Terror loses health every time it attacks. But Webweaver might crash onto the keep with like 50% HP, really depending on how the wave push-up looks. Thanks again, Abisun, for the resub, bud. Pretty close timing on it. Alright, it looks like this is the end of the siege here, and I don't think they have enough turn for another turn-in. Yeah, nowhere close. 64 of 65 on the side of Rip, though. 17 of 65 on the right side. As we enter our 22nd minute of the map. 23s on both sides for our levels. It all seems pretty manageable here. Oh, they're going for the turn-in. Does Johanna have any sort of interrupt? Throws in one shield glare. Still a good chunk of gems need to be turned in here. Another 12 if math serves right. Shield glare again. Pulse bomb onto Junkrat and Tomb with the buried alive. Tracer goes down first. Muradin. Nice Iron Skin from Johanna. So what do they... I think realistically with the kill that they just got, they push up the waves and then they summon Webweavers. That's what I'd like to see. They got 45 seconds. Oh, apparently a sound alert didn't go off. I actually don't know why that's not working. Hold on. There you go.
Need any help?
Oh. All I can get.
Thanks for the redemptions as well, Abby, for the for Bandit. Let's go ahead and see what happens here. As I said before, this might be us heading into a map number 3. Blue Webweavers are descending. Siege Giants in bottom. Got a few hours at the airport for me to relax and watch now. Oh, nice, nice. Where are you traveling to, bud? I always like to get to the airport like an hour-ish before my flight. Usually grab a beer and like sit across from my gate and panic that I'll miss my own flight. Mid lane with the Bruiser camp pushing up. The Webweaver is going to confirm the keep. This might be trajectory to map number 3, chat. Welconet, thank you for the follow. Glad you're enjoying the content, bud. Welcome in. I think it's a Velcanet, right? This is not an ending push. It pushes the waves up. They confirm a mid lane keep. Johanna, once again, Iron Skin denies any displacement. Take a look at our stats here. We've seen talents for quite some time. If you're curious what the damage numbers look like at least, or even roll numbers, there you go. Wow, I thought that could have been like the push to win. We're 24 minutes into Tomb here. Tense map number 2. Stormbolt misses. A couple auto attacks from Blaze into Crankle. Sven doesn't get the Entomb. Blaze kind of trying to figure out where he wants to go. Angles for a jet propulsion. Steel Trap does find him. Either pronunciation works, I personally don't even know. Oh, okay. Steel Trap thrown down on the ground. Just waiting to see how things unfold here. Gul'dan did get a quick wave in top. Jet propulsion from Blaze finds the Leoric. The root from Malfurion doesn't get anything. Chattering Teeth zone awkwardly. Blaze just eats the trap on the right side. Traveling back home, flying into Detroit. Hell yeah, you gonna go get some Coney dogs? Avatar activation. There's gonna be a get stuffed as well from Tracer. Muradin Dwarf tosses to the side. The Avatar was activated. Entomb onto 2, but Blaze gets the summoning on the bunker perfectly in time before the silence activates. Sven able to Wraith walk away. The Horrify from Gul'dan utilized as well. Woof. 35 to 51 in gems held. And 65 are needed for three-legged cat. Jet propulsion misses. There's going to be Leorc stepping back in. 20 seconds on an Entomb from him. Lands the Drain onto the Johanna. She'll back away trying to break that. Couple Fell Flames from Nano coming through. Good condemn from the Johanna, just clearing out wave and top really quick. We have Camp over here on the right. Fell Flamed and Drained. Probably not. Expected to land until 9 p.m. I have 5 hours before it take. Oh, well, because they do have the at DTW they do have. I guess it depends on your terminal that you're flying in and out of. But like it's North Terminal, not the Mac America one, which is basically all Delta. But the North Terminal has a Leo's Coney Island in it. Though I feel like that Leo's Coney Island it doesn't hit right. They're okay. It's not the same as going to an actual Leo's. I don't know why. I feel like they boil their dogs there and they don't have a stovetop. Anyways, my weedy discussion aside, enjoy your trip. I hope it's safe, bud. Chattering Teeth coming out as well. Gonna just land onto Blaze. Siege Giants and bottom lane are crashing up onto the fort, but I think there's a priority to defend boss. Oh, you're flying into Mac America? Oh, then I don't know that one, because that's the Delta KLM air terminal. Delta has their entire own terminal in Detroit, chat. That's also the international terminal, too. Bottom keep does go down. Jet propulsion from Blaze, Avatar from Muradin activated. No, airport chain is the real chain. That's true, because, like, McDonald's in the airport doesn't hit the same. I used to get, like a sausage McMuffin every time. It doesn't hit the same. I don't even get McDonald's in the airport anymore. I usually go for, like, a sandwich or something. Anyway, sorry. Food discussion. We'll table the food discussion till after the game. I'm getting hungry, that's why. I haven't really eaten anything today. I've been up since 5. Oil Slick goes down on the ground. Sven trying to get that turn in. Both, well, actually, it's... Rip is really close to a turn in right now. We are 28.5 minutes into this Tomb of the Spider Queen map. And it's just tension, tension. Like, a good fight on either side, it's GG's. As Aggie on that Junkrat almost goes down. Azzy, sorry. Aggie's a soul streamer. As he looks for a little turn in, 23 should go in, absolutely. Meanwhile, below, Malfurion's caught inside the buried alive. The Horrify from Gul'dan. Malfurion will be taken down first. Is there a trade? Gul'dan, or actually, they clear out the Riptire, so no value from that. Adrenaline Stimpak activated from the Blaze. They want to find this fight because the enemy team is a little bit low. Gul'dan and Tracer, they're going to try and turn in the last gems. Tracer will get this, but at what cost? Blaze misses the Jet Propulsion stun. His Pyromania expires, and so will his health. I think, chat, we're heading to a map 3. Is this core defendable right now? Blue Web Weaver, Red Web Weaver's descending. Shielding is dropping. Muradin looking for the Stormbolt on the Gul'dan. Genji Swift strikes in. Condemned from Johanna. Gul'dan steps back into the Hall of Storms for a quick little bit of HP to get some mana as well. Waiting for that to refill. X-Strike from Genji after the get stuffed. So many of the blue health bars are low. Gul'dan could clean up this fight if he's able to get that Rampant Hellfire. Gonna hug the high side of this area. Stormbolt connects the second Stormbolt as well. No! It's all gonna fall apart. Malfurion has respawned. The Red Web Weavers are pushing out lanes. The core is at 90%. Rip, they're going for it. Can they figure out the ending here? 67%, 61%. Tranquility from Malfurion with the level 20 Serenity. Tracer's a little bit low, trying to stay inside that circle for the armor. The core is going to fall, and ladies and gentlemen, 30 minutes in. That'll be map number 2 over to the side of Rip, and we got ourselves a series going to a map 3. Nearly 500,000 siege damage for Junkrat. Nearly 500,000 in 30 minutes and 16 seconds. Credit where it's due. Sup, Kaimo? Good to see you, bud. It's one of their main hubs in the country. Oh, really? For Delta? I didn't know that. I guess it makes sense that they have literally their entire... They have their own terminal at DTW. And that terminal's huge. I've been in it a couple times. Flying internationally, and then, just flying internationally, actually. I don't fly Delta, really. I'm a Southwest guy. Either way, we're going to go ahead and roll out some ads. Be sure to subscribe. We're 20 subs away from June Baha Ross. If you're enjoying the channel, if you're enjoying the content, if you'd like to support Heroes of the Storm streamer that brings you great content 6 days a week, be sure to subscribe. If you can't, that's understandable. I understand, not everyone's made of billions of dollars, but if you happen to have, 1 billion laying around, you could at least tier 1 sub. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and roll out those ads. We'll get into map number 3 when we come back. Welcome back, everybody. We're having our boomer moment in chat. Apparently, we're all on the same page that we all hate QR code menus. Anyways, let's get into it. Towers of Doom, map number 3. Let's get a Twitch gamble going for all of you, because we all know that Towers of Doom is the best map to end a series with. And guess what? We're not done casting today. We still have one more best of 3 after this series coming up. So sit back, relax, grab some tea, water, beer, soda, whatever's your leisure pleasure, and let's get into more fun. We have a Garrosh Vikings ban. On the left-hand side, by the way, it's a Rip. On the right side is Three-Legged Cat. Twitch predictions going for the next 10 minutes. Chromie band away. Is this going to be another double nano target ban? Last map we saw literally Chromie, Mephisto, and in the mid-ban phase it was Hanzo. I've been asked for a tip at a self-checkout at a grocery store. That's insane to me. That's actually, like... I don't mind the menu. I hate the whole menu on your phone. I can't stand that. I like a physical menu. It doesn't have to have pictures. I don't know why. I want a physical menu when I go to a restaurant. If I wanted to do a digital menu, I would have ordered online from you, or I would have looked online, then called in an order. That's I'm with the boomers on this. We're gonna get into some food conversation because I'm so freaking hungry already today. I haven't had anything to eat since I haven't had anything to eat in roughly 14 hours. Not by choice. Let's see. Chromie, Lucio, Garrosh, Vikings. First pick to Hawk on the side of Three-Legged Cat. Map choice coming out from Rip and Blaze Junkrat on the left-hand side. Okay. I mean, the Junkrat was really good last game. If you all remember, he had nearly 500,000 siege damage. I think he had the highest heroic damage by 9k. I think it was 99 versus 90,000. Right side, Dahaka for Towers of Doom, so double soak. They'll pick up the Hanzo with the Muradin as well. So good poke potential, good mobility. A lot of really good mobility from both from all 3 of these characters, actually, with the Dahaka, Burrow, Brushstock. You have Hanzo Natural Agility, Muradin Dwarf Toss. Storm Bolts are nice as well for a little bit of CC and gap creation. I've heard some restaurants give 2 different menus because when you scan, the app provides the menu, checks your phone, regular location, and then identifies you as a tourist. Really? I've never heard of that before. I live in a tourist town as well, and I've never heard of that. The only thing I've ever heard about is a local discount. There's some places, very rarely, if I go in and get, there's a couple Mexican places where if you go in, and I go there all the time. They're like, oh, you must live up here. And I'm like, yeah. They're like, oh, we take like 5 or 10% off or something of your bills. So helps out a little bit. That's why there's a couple Mexican places I go to a lot. I don't mind paying for my phone because I hate handing my card to people who walk away and I don't carry cash much. I don't mind handing over my card. I have 1 credit card, so... Worst case scenario, if it all goes to shit, at least I only have 1 credit card to change on everything. It's just everything changing it. All right, let's see. Blaze, Junkrat, Brightwing, ETC. So they've got a global with Brightwing, possibly a stage dive ETC, which I think they probably will. A lot of interrupts already out the gate. Stitches and Malfurion were banned away. Stitches is a really smart ban. Junkrat and Blaze can follow up a Gorge or even a Hook pretty well. Another Jimmy right click, so a very auto attack heavy composition on the right. I would love a Cassia. I would love, sorry, something got in my eye. I would love for the members of RIP to go into Cassia here. That would be huge. Double blind, or blind into the double auto attack heavy composition. Her Fend is good. Her Lightning Fury is a great way to poke at objective phasings. Yeah, that's what I'd like. I'd love for this to be a Cassia. It rounds out the draft so well. Gonna be a third Genji game. 3 Genji games in a row for RIP. We'll see if they can reverse sweep in this best of 3. Twitch Gamble still going for another 6 minutes or so. We got 666 to 5K. Get your predictions in, and let's get into game. If that's true, Welkinet, that's I feel like that's kind of illegal, isn't it? I feel like that's slightly illegal. It just seems that way. Alright, let's see what we got here. Towers of Doom, map number 3 in our third best of 3. And hey, as I keep mentioning, we still have another series after this one. Let's get into it. Left side of the map is going to be RIP with Sven playing Blaze. Azzy Junkrat again. Hygo back on the Genji. Vac on your Brightwing. And last but not least, a Crankle ETC. Right side of the map, we're taking a peek at Three-Legged Cat, trying to shut down the reverse sweep that's impending against them. We have a Nano Hanzo, Drac on the Rainer, twice Muradin, High Wraith with Dahaka, and Captain Rex shall be your Anduin. Level 1s, we've got a Block Party, we've got Agile Dismount, Hyper Shift, Extra Wound Timers, I assume Adrenaline Stimpack for Blaze, and absolutely. Muradin with Third Wind, Enhanced Agility Dahaka, Ace in the Hole for Rainer. We've got a Well of Light for Anduin, and Hanzo with the Simple Geometry level 1. 11,200 to 5,000. We are seeing some real big RIP believers here. Jet Propulsion gets a splash onto 2. The penetrating round pushes back ETC as Dahaka uses Burrow. Leap of Faith is a Kaimo cleanse, and First Blood goes over the side of RIP. I'd agree. I'd be pissed if they did that, and should be... Yeah, like, I don't know how legal that is to do, but I would be pissed if I found that out. Because don't you have to agree to some of those privacy... Like, isn't that like a privacy thing? They do it in Italy. When you go, they give you an American menu with a 25% increase. It's just a digital version of that. Really? That feels insanely awful. Well, duly noted, I'm never going to Italy again. Screw you, Florence. Do I get a discount if I say we're Romanian? Because, like, I just saw a stat recently that Italy, like, the vast majority of, like, non-Italian people that live in Italy are Romanian. Like, there was like a thing on Reddit or something I saw. So do you get a do I get like the local discount if I say I'm Romanian? ETC gets low power slide onto Muradin in the rotation. We have a couple members moving into bottom as well. Couple grenades coming out from Junkrat onto the wave. Both sapper camps were grabbed by the respective sides and were cleared away with no... No, actually the charge in bottom lane did come through. My bad. Level 4s are here, though, on both sides. Hans are going to pick up the explosive arrow. There's 1-to-1 and kills. Dahaka misses the drag. Good wiggle from Sven. If that's true, you probably play even more. Yeah, probably. Romanians aren't really considered, aren't very popular in Europe, as I've learned. What do we got going on, though? Piercing Light, triple altar face coming up. Top left and right is standard, and then the centers are going to be our RNG location. Sometimes it can be in the bottom. Sappers in top lane. 1 makes it in. High Wraith a little low here. Genji jumps out. The Essence activated by Dahaka. Hygo trying to get a couple more Shuriken stacks. Junkrat on the low side was working on bottom lane wave. Chattering Teeth activated as well. Brightwing gets left side. Anduin looking for the right. Power slide from ETC. Phase shift from Brightwing down into the engagement area. Dahaka brush talking in as well. Anduin finishes up the objective, and that'll be Raider going down. A second kill over the members of Three-Legged Cat. Or sorry, of Rip. Hanzo's done with his Symbol Geometry level 1. Good to go. And Junkrat gets that channel. We're going to be seeing a 4 to 8 game favoring Rip. Level 7 faster, of course, the extra experience, the rotations, the wave clear. Camp experience is slightly ahead with Sven getting the top lane camp. Dahaka going to try and just push things up over here, but I think Blaze has got fine double soak. He'll be able to catch this as it just about crashes into the fort front gate. Still have fort structures and such for the next 8 minutes. At the 12-minute mark, we'll have the center teleport open up. And we have a single objective in the center of the map coming up in about a minute or so. Meanwhile, Concussion Mine into the bush. Muradin's able to move out of that. No displacement. Wouldn't have been that, like, it wouldn't have been like, oh my god, he gets hit with it and dies, but... Scatter off the wall. Hanzo, couple autos onto the Sapper camp here. Should clear this away. Alright, Twitch Gamble closes. Nicely done. Thanks, Ashmanta, for the reminder at the end. Stormbolt misses ETC. Looking for the power slide angle. Doesn't go for it. Has that block party level 1. Did go into loudspeakers and Pinball Wizard at 4 and 7. And that laugh means we're 5 minutes in. The boss is up and available. We'll cycle through the other numbers. Center objective is here. Neither team has stolen away a bell tower from the enemy side. Muradin misses the Stormbolt through the ETC. He goes in for a power slide into the enemy team. Concussion Mine blasting the enemies around. We do have a drag from Dahaka into the cow. And your phase shift from Brightwing will not come through in time. That should be parity on the map. Yeah, nicely done. Dahaka tunneling claws into top lane. Sven was continuing to push things up here. Camp is available as well. And wait, hold on, mid lane. Genji has to use X-Strike as a defensive disengage moment. Heroic-wise, stage dive as we talked about, X-Strike, Blink Heal, Riptire, and a bunker for Blaze as stage dive goes to top lane. But do you think Microsoft will do anything for HOT's 10th anniversary in June this year? I have Copium. Let me pose the question to you this way. Why would Microsoft do anything with HOTS? That's my question back at you, bud. Unfortunately. Yeah, there you go, Stark. The second one is the correct one. Like, oh my god, Microsoft put Heroes of the Storm on Battle Pass or Game Pass. It's gonna save the game, and it's like, but MOBAs don't have a very high retention rate. It's also the barrier for entry into MOBAs is extremely high, no matter which one you look at. Heroes of the Storm is probably the most approachable MOBA out there, but there's still so much. The barrier for entry is really high, and the retention rate on players is not very. Like, if you're already playing Dota and League, why would you come over to HOTS? And if you're not playing a MOBA at all, like, maybe you play a little bit on Battle Pass or Game Pass. You're like, ooh, I love Genji from Overwatch, or I love Raynor from StarCraft 2 or something. But in the end, like, why would Microsoft do anything for a game that doesn't make them money, nor do they care about? Microsoft has explicitly really shown us that they don't care about this game. And that's the truth. That's if you want me to lie to your face, you come to the wrong channel. If you want me to sit here and be like, oh my god, we're getting patches, we're saved, you're in the wrong channel. Sorry. I'm going to be a little bit real with you guys on this one. I would love to be wrong. I would love for a resurgence, but there are too many things that spell no. Playing League sounds like the reason to start a different MOBA. The point that I'm making with League and Dota, though, is that they have an active esport, they have active updates, they have new characters coming out, they have, you know, seasonal changes. So that's what I'm getting at with those games, is like, if you're gonna play a MOBA, why wouldn't you, and like, obviously, if you don't have, like, the affinity for heroes like we all do, why would you leave Dota or League and come to Heroes of the Storm? I mean, a lot of people left Dota and League when Heroes was big and popular, and the moment they killed HGC, they literally uninstalled the game and went back to League and Dota. I know this because a lot of GM friends that I had literally did that. They were like, if there's no esport, the game is dead in my opinion, so I'm out. You know? Stage dive into the top lane from ETC. The camp is being contested right now between both sides. This will be a swift strike into Dahaka, taking him down. A 4th kill over to the side of Rip as it's 32 to 28 in core HP. We get our next objective phase, top left and right. Jet propulsion goes right into Captain Rex, and the Anduin does go down. I've also said this in the past. I would love for Heroes to have a resurgence. I'd love for us to have a tournament at BlizzCon 2026, but I just don't think Blizzard will invest into the game or an esport or a live event. That's the truth of it. Blizzard wants to invest in things that make them money. Diablo, World of Warcraft, Hearthstone probably. Because people buy packs, I assume.
As your words.
Genji moving in here. We currently have a Riptide from Junkrat, Avatar from Muradin trying to back away, and we'll be able to do so easily. Trait should kick in soon. Does have the 3rd win, level 1. To see Face Melt to push back Muradin. Encore level 13 was the pickup, and as we mentioned, it's a 5%, but that's going to get nerfed down to 4% in the upcoming patch. When we get that, I would assume is sometime in May. Unless Saint Dev is going to delay out the patch for after this tournament, which would be kind of beneficial, I'm not going to lie. Though having a patch in the middle of a tournament does kind of change things up on our end as viewers. Jet propulsion misses again from Blaze. Little lurker, little burrow from Dahaka. Does have the lurker stream level 4. Propulsion again into an ally, but an enemy. Leap of Faith will save the ally. There's going to be Bunker coming down from Blaze, mitigating that Light Bomb isolation from Dahaka. Goes out onto Genji. Burrows for a second. He gets a little bit of Essence activation. Genji's able to Swift Strike away at the end of all of that. What's up, Simon? Good to see you, bud. And a triple altar phase coming up. We have a 4-point difference at 28 to 24, but the experience is really what tells the story here. 16.5 to 14 3/4, favoring the members of RIP as they do have a 3-kill advantage. And can they make this health gap on the core a little bit bigger? ETC to zone. Junkrat has a steel or concussion mine in the bush. Right wing gets left. Dahaka gets right. So they're gonna just eat 4 shots. They'll trade 4 and 4 in the top left and right, and then eat 4 from the bottom. Now an 8-point game. Sonic Arrow, bit of vision. Concussion Mine went out. Tried to displace Muradin. Twice as fine. Riptide from Junkrat will be cleared away. Stage dive in from ETC. Face melt pushing people around. Encore boombox as well. Center teleport is opened up because we are post 12 minutes. These structures are now of keep values, if you did not know. And Dahaka in top lane is going to try and get this. Genji is able to get here in time. The lurker strain's not enough. The face shift from Brightwing. I don't think they killed Dahaka, but that's so unfortunate. Nice wiggles from High Wraith, by the way. Just trying to get away from any incoming lines or skill shots. Here from Raynor. You see power sliding in, good concussion mine underneath. There's a face melt to push him around, but Drax seems to be fine. Rush Talk in from Dahaka, misses the drag, anticipating that Genji location, misses the isolation as well. Genji just a little dip diving and dodging around. They sidestep the arrow from Nano. No AoE stun from that Dragon's arrow. And the next objective phase is going to be spawning in the mid and bottom positions. Dahaka has the level 16 elongated tongue. Lands that drag. ETC stage diving in, anticipating. Needing to help the ally. I thought Krankle was going to get bodied there. Another drag from Dahaka does connect. The light bomb is going to be underneath him as well. ETC is going to get bursted down by Raynor. And maybe, just maybe, Three-Legged Cat are actually going to be able to find parity here. If they get both of these bell towers, they will be able to have a 16-16 game. Genji trying to harass and delay things out. ETC dead for 41 seconds. But look at his death timer in conjunction to the stage dive. It's the same. Raynor should be able to get the... Oh, see, this is actually a really good delay, but I think... Yeah, they're slowly being backed off. Okay. I was thinking they're going to try and delay until ETC respawns, but I think they're just going to eat this, and... Captain Rex, are you dragging the steel trap into Muradin? It looked like that for a second, Captain Rex. But as I mentioned, it's 16-16. Dahaka will save top lane. Blaze leaves this on around 3k HP. 1,651. So when the next objective phasing comes through, Blaze can kind of step up, clear that away, safe. Oh no! Light bomb into Stormbolt. Junkrat goes down. ETC stage dives in. Dahaka brush talks. Leap of Faith as Akamo cleanses. Hanzo goes down midair. A very low Brightwing able to get away to the side. Dahaka wants to chase her down. Well, nope. I was going to follow that. I was going to stay with the fight. Brightwing taps well. No, she just literally phase shifts right back into it with a third of her HP available. Objective phase is going to be again in the center and bottom location. Do we have repeat? Can't see because the Raynor and Muradin icons. No repeat. It's singular in the bottom of the map. Okay. So one of these teams will have a 4-point advantage. Imposing Presence, by the way, for the ETC is really nice into the auto-attack heavy composition. Because not only do you have the activatable, but you also have the passive for when you're getting auto-attacked. So that's nice. Like if Raynor's like, oh, I want to get some autos onto ETC. Well, heroes and summons that attack your hero have their attack speed slowed by 20% for 2.5 seconds. Blaze gets a wave in top, as I mentioned. I mean, realistically, he doesn't need to go for the Sapper camp. It's extra pressure, it's extra experience. I think Dahaka should have brush talk soon. I don't think it's off cooldown. 4 seconds, yeah. Muradin rotating in, looking for the Stormbolt to follow up the drag. Stage dive ETC with the crowd pleaser. Hits nobody. Genji jumping in. Drag from Dahaka misses. ETC power sliding in. The extract from Genji. They take down Muradin first. As Raynor Junkrat are in this bottom lane. Raynor does have that Banshee. Junkrat's got to be a little careful. He's going to go in for one little delay. Top fort does get picked up. Sappers will be cleared away by Hanzo. Raynor backs off. He says, I can't get the channel. The enemy team is slowly collapsing on me. ETC wiggles past the chastise, but I think the call is to go for Raynor. Riptire takes him, or hits him. Dragon's Arrow from just about top lane hits onto a few. Genji jumps in, Shuriken, X-Strike, dead. Apologies, Blaze does go down to the Nexus forces above, but 6 shots could be going into the enemy core, and I think they will be. It's going to be a 16-10 game. As we're getting later and later here. Compared to map number 1 versus this map 3, Rip is really woken up. They seemed like they were still sleeping during map number 1. Three-Legged Cat had such a dominant first game. And map 2 was very interesting with that Tomb of the Spider Queen. Half an hour Tomb of the Spider Queen, and I think that really warmed up these players, and now they're here, and they're like, all right, we can get the reverse sweep, which means they will be in the upper bracket finals tomorrow. That'll be our first best of 5. Then we have the lower bracket finals, and then the grand finals. Loser of this series will be going into our next best of 3. There's 2 best of 3s coming up after this. And those will be happening simultaneously. I'll be casting the one that has the least amount of casters, or, you know, trying to make sure everyone gets casted and covered. Just so none of it's missed. But we have 20s on both sides. Blaze is going to go into Burn Notice. Uh-oh, no Fortified Bunker there. Cannonballs, Junkrat, Invisible Friends, Living Weapon, and Crowd Pleaser. Bullseye, Hanzo, Censure. We've got the Raiders Roll. No Duskwing, which I really do love the Duskwing for the armor reduction, but Adrenaline Rush also grants Unstoppable and continuous healing for additional 2 seconds, and the additional duration ends upon reaching 70% health. Isolation, Contagion, and Rewind for Muradin. I love that Saint Dev was like, oh, I'll nerf Contagion. It's like, yeah, that's not the reason we took Contagion for the damage. It's that AoE spread. Now, if they reduce the AoE spread percent or something, then maybe I'd consider something else at 20, but Contagion's still just so good. Left side, this could be another 6 shots going, and 6+ boss is GG, and they recognize this, so they're going to give objective and say, let's at least get boss. But the enemy team recognizes that as well, I think. They see the rotation. They have to know, right? Stage dive in from ETC. The Blaze goes onto the point. Anduin's the first one to get deleted. Dahaka Lurker Strain trying to push people around the 8. Arrow from Hanzo comes through as well. And this is looking like Muradin and Blaze are fighting over this point, but Muradin's about to lose his health bar. Genji on the right side is cleaning up. Muradin goes down. Raynor the lone defender. And the boss shot should come through. No, we're going to go ahead and see a... And that'll wrap up this reverse sweep. Rip heads into the upper bracket finals tomorrow morning. And Three-Legged Cat continues to fight today here in the lower brackets.